Alright guys, so finishing up the story events. This is the last event. This is basically the same as this event, except this event was Goku and friends. This event is Goku and rivals, or I would say like rivals that became friends, because it's not like villains that he faced. It's people that he was enemies with at some point, but then eventually I guess became friends with. Now, this event, surprisingly, does not have a free-to-play unit. If we go look here, it has 8 stages, so another 16 stones for you to collect, but as it stands right now, this event only has these 2 support memories, which will go into depth on what they do. The event's also, I think that's Worthy Rivals is the bonus category to it. So, let's go ahead and go through this event, and we'll go ahead and talk about a few things, talk about support memories, stuff like that. So, the support memories I would say from this event are definitely nice. Let's go ahead and turn on the scenario. They are definitely nice, but I would say that kind of surprising that there's no character from this event. Like, usually for Anniversary we get 3 free-to-play characters. One of them becomes the LR, and then the other 2 are just TURs that, and then all of them easy A at the end of the celebration. But this year, it seems like we're only going to be getting 2, so that is slightly interesting. So he's the leader of the Worthy Rivals category, so we'll bring him. Bring Orange Piccolo for the shenanigans, and I guess we'll bring the other Piccolo, might as well. Alright, now should be able to get him as a friend. Alright, let's hop in. Turn the scenario on. So this is an event basically going through, I assume, all the enemies that Goku fought at some point in his life, but then eventually became friends with them. So like just from the event banner itself, we have, Piccolo, obviously, then we have Vegeta, the 2 androids, and then for the short-lived time, I guess, Nova. Like, Nova was enemies for a while, but then he turned and became a friend, but then, Sin just killed him immediately, so it's not like it lasted very long, but... So, this is one of the few rare times, I would say, where a fight in Dragon Ball has not been represented in Dokkan, which is, fight of Jr. and, Goku. I always blank on the exact number world tournament this is from, but... This fight is not represented, and a lot of people consider this fight to be one of the best fights, like, ever, like Goku versus Jr. here. So I wonder when they're gonna decide to go through it. Like, I guess they're a little bit hesitant, maybe, just because it's like, oh, it's only a world tournament, there's not like Super Saiyan Goku, or there's not really any forms here. It's literally just, base form Goku versus Piccolo, like OG fist-to-fist combat. Like there's not really like beam super attacks or anything like that. There's just like ruthfulness, basically, I guess you could say. But this is one of the more popular fights, and I would dare say it's one of the best fights in the series, like, ever. So I'm surprised there hasn't been like a major character, because like both of the Goku and Piccolo from this fight, there's only world tournament characters, I think, on them, which is kind of insane. So this first stage right here, we get the support memory stuff. So I'll go ahead and pull it up here on the side, and we'll talk about it as we go. So yeah, this is the end of the fight. Goku smacks his head into it. Like, I'm just surprised that we don't have like a I would dare say this is like a Dokkan Fest LR moment, both the Goku and the Piccolo. So maybe one day, maybe this year, we'll see. I mean, they did Yamcha last year. Like, I'm sorry, but Yamcha's not touching this moment. Even though I know some people don't like OG Dragon Ball that much, this is still like one of the biggest fights, I would say, in the series. But so yeah, this is where you get the support memory reels for this support memory. So I guess we'll go ahead and talk about this support memory as we're going. So this support memory is called Spirit of a Martial Artist. It gives all allies Q1 attack and defense 10% for 3 turns starting from the 3rd turn when there is a world tournament category, ally or enemy. So one thing I can say right away about this support memory, a lot of conditions here. You have to be 3 turns into, so it has to be from 4, so it's for it has to be from the third turn of the battle, so it's not like something that activates right away. And you have to be against a World Tournament category enemy, or you have to have a World Tournament category ally on the team. And then it's just a key 1 attack and defense buff for 3 turns. Now that's good. Keep in mind, support memory buffs are not the same as just like a normal buff. Like, these are kind of like active skill buffs type thing. That's why those like permanent buff support memories are so good. Like, even though it only says like, oh, 10%, but it's a 10% buff for the rest of the fight, which is very important. So here we have Goku versus Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga. Hype moment as always. But yeah, like this support memory is good in terms of what it gives. Like the 10% attack and defense and the key for 3 turns is pretty good, but it's just the fact that you have to either use a World Tournament ally or you have to be up against the World Tournament enemy. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not a lot of difficult fights, I don't think off the top of my head, where it's against a World Tournament enemy. So that settles that. So you mainly want to use a World Tournament ally. Now, World Tournament allies, I mean, no offense, but the category is not really the greatest. So again, I mean, whenever they finally plan to release the Goku and Piccolo Jr. from that fight, sure, we can have really good World Tournament category allies, or we can have like a difficult fight against that mid-junior, something along those lines. Will be good. This support memory, I feel like, will be pretty good. Like, you know, it's not like it's not one of the permanent buff ones, which, I mean, those are the best ones. Like, that's just how it is. But it still gives attack and defense 10% and key for 3 turns, so it can definitely kick in and help you out when you need it. So I don't mind it. But yeah, I just don't like the fact that you have to either have a World Tournament category ally, or you have to be against an enemy. Because, like, again, I don't think there's any fights in the game right now, off the top of my head, where the difficult enemy is in the World Tournament category. And then if we go look, I guess, at the World Tournament category itself, I would say it's not the greatest either. Where is the World Tournament category? Let me pull it up. There it is. Yeah, so just looking at this category right here, far and away the best unit on this category is the LR Jackie Chun that was recently released from the World Tournament. Like, sadly, the LR that came out last year, the Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., like, they're a cool character, but I would say they're not necessarily good. They're just like meh, and especially by now, I would say they're definitely not good. It seems like they might be going through and easying the World Tournament, like, LRs though, because, there's a chance Piccolo might be easying in this celebration, just because he is on the picture for the World Tournament announcement. I guess we'll see when we get closer to that date, if he's in the data download, or if maybe they'll probably drop details for him, so we'll see. But Tien and Chaozu are on this category, so if they're gonna start easying the World Tournament units, then maybe we can start getting maybe they'll get an easy at some point, so it'll be a pretty good buff for the category. I'm sorry if you can hear the dog, but what other units are on here? The new Hercule that just came out also. I did a showcase, or not a showcase, I did the event of them earlier today. He's most likely going to get an EZA in part 3 of the celebration, so he can be a pretty good buff to this category. But again, I just don't, this category is just dead. Like, it needs, like, major Dokkan Fests to lead it, and then we need, like, the same time those Dokkan Fests come out, the banner units on those banners have to be also World Tournament category allies that make it pretty good. Yeah, Tech Hercule, he got an EZA a while ago, but I would dare say that even on his EZA, he was never good to begin with. So yeah, it's literally just Jackie Chun on this category that is actually, like, worth your time, because at least with Jackie Chun, he has an active skill. He gets a bunch of defense and damage reduction after performing an Ultra Super, so it's like he he is pretty good, like especially once you get him rainbowed. I mean, obviously you have to play the worst game mode in the world in order to rainbow him. Like that's just the one thing that sucks is even if you get number 1 in many of these world tournaments, you will have to still do at least 3 world tournaments to get this guy rainbowed, which sucks because I feel like if you went through the time and effort to get number 1 local, they should just let you rainbow him. Like, who cares? Just, or at least give me enough copies to where like it'll only take 2 world tournaments instead of 3. Because when it takes 3 world tournaments, it's gonna take like almost half a year, like somewhere around that point, to be able to rainbow this guy, which, you know, in my opinion really sucks because, you know, I don't want to play this game mode in the first place, but it's like, oh hey, this character is actually somewhat decent, but it's gonna take me a while for me to get them rainbowed, which is when they're actually gonna be usable. So but yeah, this category, like, it can definitely be helped. There's many like world tournament. I know some people, again, not, I need to rewatch OG Dragon Ball because I've kind of forgotten most of it, but I know a lot of people haven't watched OG Dragon Ball. But we can get a Dokkan Fest, Kid Goku and Tien. We can get like a Yamcha from the World Tournament. We can get the, you know, Dokkan Fest LRs, I would dare say, like Goku and Jr. from that fight. Like, we can get a bunch more. We can even get a Dokkan Fest Jackie Chun, but, you know, we have this free-to-play LR from the World Tournament right now, so it's not like the biggest a deal, I guess, to get one immediately, but he can also get another character. There are some easy A's here that could happen at some point, you know. Again, Tien and Chaozu could easy at some point, and they could be useful, so there are options here, 100%, and they could make this category actually viable, but it just seems like ever since this category came out, it's just always kind of been like a joke. Like, it was never actually like a serious category, or a category to be taken seriously, I guess. So I don't know. We'll see what their plans are with releasing some of these characters. And of course, we also have all these World Tournament SSRs that keep releasing, but it's like they're all kind of like dookie. Like, either make these guys just like really good when they come out, because I mean, like, they're literally restricted to one game mode. It's not like you're gonna go and get these guys from normal banners or anything like that. So you can make them like pretty damn good, because you have to play a game mode that only comes back sometimes like every 3 months. So it's not like I would dare say they're as limited as like Dokkan Fest, because you can't use stones to summon on them, and you can't just pull them from every banner. There's one banner and it comes back every like 3 months or so. So, like, why can't these units be as good as Dokkan Fest? Like, I don't get it. Like, maybe not as good as Dokkan Fest, but like at least as good as some banner units that come out. I don't know. But yeah, like, all these units could maybe get Awakening, get Easy A's, something along those lines to make them very, very viable. One unit that, like, I'm intrigued in whenever they eventually get around to doing his Easy A is the Int Hercule. Because he is, like, he was a pretty funny character, and I'm pretty sure whenever they do Easy A him, he's not gonna change in terms of what he does. So he's basically just mainly defense. He has a high chance to dodge, and then he reduces damage by at least 50%, and then if your health gets really low, he reduces by 90%, right? So he, like, so he has, that's it, he has no attack, he has no defense. So it's like, I feel like whenever this guy does eventually Easy A, they're most likely just gonna go all in on either the defense or the dodge or the damage reduction. They're not gonna give this guy any attack. He's gonna be like, what's her name? Int Chilai. Like, Chilai is not a unit that gets any attack. It's just mainly defense, dodge, scouter, all that stuff. So this is where the other support memory is when Piccolo gives Goku the last bit of his energy to be able to leave the planet with survivors, and then Piccolo stays and the planet blows up and he dies with the planet. Yep, this is a little sad moment where he communicates with Gohan telekinetically, and then yeah, he blows up in smithereens. Our dear Piccolo, how bad were you treated? And how cool would it have been if Piccolo got like a new form or something in GT? That would have been kind of cool to see. So this stage, I think right here, you get the other support memory that drops from this event. It's basically the moment where Piccolo gives his energy to Goku. Now this support memory, if we go ahead and go look at it while we're going through this event, so this support memory for 2 turns gives Key 3 to all allies and gives an additional key to superclass allies if there is a Saviors category ally in the team and HP is 59% or lower. So from what I understand, like if I'm reading that right, so the support memory kicks off right away. It's for only for 2 turns, I guess. It gives 2 key. Like I can't really tell if it's like you have to have a Saviors. Okay, wait. Hold on, I think I read that wrong. So it doesn't activate right away. So I think what it is like if you have a Saviors category ally on the team and then your HP drops below 59%, the support memory will kick in. It'll give Key 3 to all allies, but then if you have superclass allies, they'll technically get 4 key. So that's how it works. It doesn't like kick off right away because it doesn't make sense for it to kick off right away. So yeah, so if you have a you have to have a Saviors ally on the team, and then when you drop below 59% health, the support memory will kick in, and you'll basically, if you're running a full superclass team, you'll get 4 key for 2 turns, which is, like, I would say it is nice, but I would rather them give like especially if it's only for 2 turns, I would rather the support memory give like some type of buff, like either a lot of defense or a lot of attack, like either 20% attack for 2 turns or 20% defense for 2 turns. I feel like that would be way better than just trying to give key. But who knows, maybe, like, especially since you have to also drop below, like, usually I would say when you drop below that much health, you would probably want a support memory that either is going to heal you, or you want a support memory that's going to give you some type of defense or offense to help you in the fight. Usually, like, key helps, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I don't value it as much. Like, key is more if you have like one of those permanent support memories, like the one that gives 10% to, like, the hard event ones are the best ones, because they give, not only do they give a buff for like permanent buff for a certain category for the entire fight, but they also give +1 key for like a certain amount of turns to a certain like named character. So it definitely works out great. So this event's kind of also similar with, so this one's like Goku and Rivals, and then what it is you basically go through the beginning where you go against the rivals, I guess. Oh, that's a cool little detail. Omega doesn't have Last Dragon Ball because Nova's there. I'm surprised they paid that much attention to detail. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so this event is basically going through like people that Goku fought, and then how, like, I guess they helped him later in his life. So, like, you know, Piccolo at the very start, Goku fought him in the World Tournament, and then Piccolo helped him. I guess they chose the moment from GT of Goku, of Piccolo giving the last bit of his energy so Goku can get out of Earth. And then we had Android 18, I guess, right there. She helped kill Super 17 with Goku. And then right here we have Nova helping against what's his name? I guess like this is like Omega, but it's not like complete Omega. He has all the Dragon Balls except for, you know, Nova's one. So it's kind of Sin, but it's pretty much Omega. He needs like 1 Dragon Ball to be complete, I guess. So yeah, from what I remember, I honestly don't remember that much about GT in this part, but I think like Nova kind of blows himself up to, or he does some type of attack to like distract what's his name, Omega, but Omega just basically does not care, and he still kills what's his name, I think Nova, or absorbs him, I guess you could say. And then lastly, I assume the Vegeta one, this last stage is gonna be like Vegeta helping Goku kill Omega by, of course, you know, distracting for him when he does the Spirit Bomb. Let's go ahead and see. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is there gonna be a different moment? Yeah, it's okay. So it is gonna be, yeah, when they fought Omega and Goku basically Well, I mean, funny enough, Goku is the one that ate a negative karma ball for Vegeta, so he doesn't die, but then Vegeta basically holds it off for him. I honestly don't remember the show exactly, so I honestly don't remember if like Vegeta knew per se that Goku was charging the Spirit Bomb. Because I don't remember if he like knew this entire time and he was holding off for that specific reason, or if he was basically he only found out like right there at the end when like he looked in the hole and he saw maybe Goku like coming up with the Spirit Bomb. I don't remember, honestly. I need to rewatch all these shows. It's been so long. Let's go ahead and get Evo Vegeta's super attack in here. Man, this guy was one of my favorite characters when he came out. It's kind of sad to see how he was honestly kind of not that great when he first came. Like when he first came out, there wasn't really a hard event for him. Like the God event would kind of hurt him a little bit, but I would say once he would only get hurt if he got supered like right away. But back then I would say with the God event, as long as he got his damage reduction up, like he got hit like once or twice before he got super attacked, he was fine. But then, you know, obviously we got a little bit harder events, and then this guy just kind of fell off a cliff, so kind of sad, because, you know, UI Goku, I would say, like, even though he's kind of in a similar situation today where if he doesn't dodge, he basically just dies. UI Goku can still be used, at least, compared to this Vegeta. Vegeta is not usable at all, I would dare say. Like, if you're gonna use a damage reduction item every turn that he's there, yeah, sure, it could work, because, you know, he's gonna have his 10% from start of turn, and you can use a Whis, get 40%, so he'll have 50%, and then he'll build up another 30, so fully built up, he'll have 80% damage reduction. So yeah, he will be pretty good there, but if you're not using items, it's not like UI Goku, where UI Goku, I would say nowadays, you can just bring him, throw him in slot 3, and it's just like, oh hey, you just have to dodge like 1 or 2 attacks and we're Gucci. And they can still do a decent amount of damage because they have the unique thing that surprisingly not a lot of other characters have. They have like the 50% chance to I know there are some other characters, and I know like Super Vegeta just outright has a guaranteed chance to crit in his super attack. But it's like they haven't used that for many other characters, you know? Like they've went and did the thing where it's like, oh, when they activate the active skill, it's a guaranteed crit for the entire turn, but they haven't outright given that in like I think Super Vegeta is still the only character, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's still the only character that just in his 12 key like line, it's just like, oh hey, he crits, that's it. Like perform a critical hit and like stun and like do something else. That's basically like cause immense damage and create a critical hit. Oh, that's a nice little animation right there. That's cool. I didn't expect that. Yep, he left his clothes for them, and then he basically died, or, you know, like merged with the dragon, kind of. Like he basically became Shenron. It's GT's ending, I would say. Like, I know it's a little controversial, but I kind of like how the GT ending is. It's pretty nice because it's open-ended. You kind of you can basically just make up your mind on it. It's not like handed to you on a platter. It's, you know, I don't know. It's just nice, I would say. But yeah, that's it for this event. Fairly nice event. If we go ahead and look at the missions right here, so you basically just have to complete the support memories, both of them, and then you have to use both of them. Basically, they basically just give you the reels back for using them. Like they give you the red ones and the blue ones, and then you just have to clear, you know, you have to clear 3 stages on normal or 3 stages on Z hard. But if you just clear it on Z hard, you clear all stages on Z hard, you'll just get it done. So like that's the first 2 missions right there, and then the other missions is basically just for these 2 stone ones are for completing the support memories, and then these 2 are for using the support memories, and that's it. Maybe we'll get another stage later, but I don't think so, because with the way these events are structured, they're basically going through like, oh hey, like these 4 stages is like Goku fighting these guys, and then these 4 stages is like Goku getting helped by his rivals, I guess you could say. So nice event. Kind of wish there was a free-to-play character from this, just so we can have the normal 3. Maybe there's another event coming later that'll have the 3rd character. We shall see, but let me know what you guys think about this event. Let me know if you guys have used the support memories or anything like that at all. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.